Hi, Elizabeth. I know you've been having some problems with your backing up. Why don't you show me a back? Oh my goodness. I guess we do have problems. Okay. Let's do some work and see if we can make some changes. I noticed, Elizabeth, that when you were starting to back her, you were looking down with your eyes and also a little off to the left with your head. And we want to remember to keep our head balanced over our entire body. So what we do with our eyes is important. Do you know how much the human head weighs? No. It weighs about 10 to 14 pounds, 12 being around average. This is a 10-pound bowling ball. This is a lightweight. But this is how much weight you have on top of your head. What do you suppose happens when the rider looks down? Or maybe off to the side? And that actually moved her a little bit just standing still here, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, so it's important that we balance our brains, balance our skull carefully on top of our neck. And here's an actual cast of a human skull. If we turn it upside down, we see two little bumps here, right next to the hole where the spinal cord comes through from the brain. Now these two little knobs sit inside two little cups on the top cervical vertebrae. And we call this the occipital atlas joint, or let's call it atlas joint for short. This joint allows us to nod our head up and down just a little bit. Let's see if we can find this on you. I'll hold Maggie, and will you put your fingers up to your ears, right about at your ear holes or a little in front? Could you send two little laser beams right into the very middle? And that's where your skull sits on top of the top neck, the atlas joint. Could you give just a little nod up and down, just a little nod? Good, good. And that's a nice balance of your head on your neck. I like the way your eyes are looking out and looking level. Now, could you put a hand to the back of your neck, and with your index finger, you can kind of feel a bump at the base of your neck, and your baby finger feels the base of your skull. If you were a horse above the bit, could you be a horse above the bit? What happens to your neck?
It shortens.
It shortens. What happens to your throat?
It becomes longer and it sticks out.
Yep. And it's not easy to breathe or to talk, is it?
No.
What if you were a horse behind the vertical or in rollker? What happens to the back of your neck?
It's extended.
And what happens in your throat?
It's very constricted.
Yeah. Hard to swallow and breathe, isn't it? So let's find that nice balance of the head on the neck where we can give a little nod, and where you can look out with your eyes and look level. Now let's take a ride, and when you come back, we'll see if that improves her backing up. How'd that feel?
Good.
Looked a little straighter. Why don't you ride in again? Just ride forward, halt, and back again. How'd that feel?
Felt good too.
Yeah. Could you feel a difference between the back when you were looking down and the back when you had your head balanced on top of your neck?
Yeah, major improvement.
Major improvement, and you looked fabulous. Thank you, Elizabeth.